Some people walk into a room and you don't just see them, you feel them. You don't always remember what they wore or even what they said, but something about their presence lingers, a calm, a confidence, a subtle current of something magnetic. That's not just charm, that's charisma, that's aura. Two words we throw around often, but rarely stop to define. So in today's video, let's do that. We tend to think of charisma as loud, as animated. But the most captivating people aren't always the ones talking the most. Charisma isn't performance, it's presence. It's the ability to make someone feel like the only person in the room. It's the calm confidence of someone who doesn't need to dominate a space because they already belong in it. True charisma isn't about being perfect. It's about being one of one. It's in the body language, the eye contact, the voice. It's in the way a person listens. Charisma isn't just about how you express yourself. It's about how you make people feel when they're near you. Do they feel seen? Do they feel heard? Respected? Relaxed? The people with the most powerful charisma aren't trying to impress you. They're also not in a rush. They're into whatever is happening in that moment. So, if charisma is how you affect people, aura is what you carry with you, your energy. The vibe your body gives off before you speak, before you do anything at all. It's not about beauty, it's not about the clothes, but aura makes someone unforgettable without being explainable, and people feel it. So I'm going to get into why these two traits stick with us. First, we know we're living in a social media, everything said world, but charisma and aura, they tap into something unspoken. You may forget what someone looked like. As I said, you might even forget their name. I forget people's names all the time. But if they had charisma, if their aura pulled you in somehow, you'll remember them. And I think this reminds me of the saying that human beings make choices based on emotions, even though we think it's about logic. That's what makes these two traits powerful. They're not logical because they're not tangible, and everyone doesn't have them. However, I do think both charisma and aura can be developed. First, you have to be self-aware and present, like aware of your environment. So basically, you'll have to put your phone down and look around you. The first thing you'll have to do is learn to hold eye contact. A lot of people don't look at each other anymore. If you go on the subway, or if you catch the train for work, or to go to the museum, depending on what city you live in, everyone has their head down looking at their phones. Charismatic people, however, they look you in the eye like they're not afraid of what they'll see. They know themselves and they tend to want to understand other people, so they're making eye contact. The second thing is speak slowly. Fast talkers may be interesting, but slow talkers are memorable. When you speak with intention, people lean in. You show that you're not in a rush because your presence already holds weight. So you're not speeding through what you want to say. The third thing is be more chill. Aura comes from what's going on inside of you. As I said, it's energy. So if you're constantly anxious or rushing, your aura will come off that way, kind of like busybody. That's why people with strong auras often have a calming presence. It's not magic, it's more likely nervous system regulation. You can do things like meditation, have some alone time, journaling, go for a walk. The more time you spend in your own energy, the clearer your aura becomes. Number 4, be selective with your words. Charismatic people don't talk to fill the silence. I was just at a women's workshop and the facilitator talked so much that she barely let the other women ask questions. And after a while, it got really annoying because I wanted to hear other people speak. And I saw people's hand raised at different points, but yet she was talking like she really wanted to express her point of view, really wanted to share what she knew. But then that meant we did not get a chance to hear what other people had to say or their questions. And no one really wants to hear you after a while if you're dominating the conversation, even if you're the facilitator. So charismatic people leave space for others. Don't be an impulsive talker, because even your silence will make people feel that you're intelligent and charismatic. So, in wrapping up, let me say that the most magnetic people are not trying to win anyone over. I know there's been a lot of videos about not seeking validation, and I think the people who don't seek validation are the most charismatic. They're not chasing likability, and weirdly enough, I think people like people who aren't interested in other people's approval. These people have influence, and let me just say that charisma isn't about being on all the time. It's your ability to read a room, to speak less if that's what's needed, knowing when to make eye contact, when to reach out to shake someone's hand or to touch them lightly on the shoulder. You don't need to chase attention. You don't need to perform for people to remember you. You don't need to be showy when you're in a room or this big talker. If you have these two things, charisma and aura, your presence will speak even before you say anything. Thank you for watching today's video. Remember to hit the like button and join my channel by hitting the subscribe button.